Shalom everybody, hi, this is Jerusalem Jane, asking for your time to listen to me for about 5, 6, 7 minutes to give you a little update on the news that is making headlines around the world. Everybody is talking about the situation in Gaza. Horrible photos are coming up from the Gaza Strip, and in less than an hour the United Nations is going to come together. They are being called in for a special meeting about all of this that we saw in the Gaza Strip. I think it's about time that the United Nations are coming together. I applaud it. What we saw yesterday was absolutely horrific. Before I get into what we saw yesterday, I want to give you the background. In 2005, Israel gave up the piece of land in Gaza. Every single Jew was removed from the Gaza Strip. They had to leave everything behind: houses, crops, the agriculture, greenhouses. Gaza was a fruitful piece of land. The Jewish people even had to dig up their dead who was buried in the Gaza Strip. And the Arabs took over. Since 2005, the Gaza Strip has been completely under control of the Arabs. Pretty quickly, Hamas came to power in the Gaza Strip. Hamas is a terrorist organization who is being funded by Iran. And ever since that day, there has been no freedom in the Gaza Strip. There has been no election in the Gaza Strip. The horrible Hamas dictatorship is running the Gaza Strip. If you are gay, if you are a Christian, if Hamas believes that you are collaborating with Israel, they will torture you, they will kill you. Hamas is brainwashing their children. Hamas is behind a lot of child abuse in Gaza. Why? Because they teach their children to hate and kill the Jews. Every summer we see thousands and thousands of children in the Gaza Strip being dressed up in full army uniform, and then they are learning all the way down to the age of 6, 7, 8 years old to kill Israeli soldiers. Hamas is also stealing money from their own people in the Gaza Strip. They are stealing fuel, they are stealing some of all the aid that is being brought into the Gaza Strip. They are taking their gas, their fuel, electricity, so they can build bunkers underground, so they can build these bunkers to go and attack the Jewish people. Hamas is failing as a government body in the Gaza Strip, and the people in the Gaza Strip are not happy. Hamas has been planning to breach the fence into Israel for months. For the last couple of weeks, we have seen riots at the Gaza Strip every single Friday, and yesterday it escalated where it made headlines all over the world, and I think the death toll right now is 52 killed. So I think it's time that United Nations is coming out condemning the abuse of people in the Gaza Strip, how Hamas is using people as human shield. Hamas don't care about the people in the Gaza Strip. They care about killing the Jews. Hamas has a charter that is calling for the destruction of the state of Israel, who only recognize Palestine, and that every single Muslim has a duty to kill the Jews and liberate Palestine. So Hamas has been planning these marches that we have been seeing for the last couple of weeks. There is absolutely nothing peaceful about them. There is no coincidence about them. This is all orchestrated by Hamas. They are calling forth hundreds and thousands of people living in the Gaza Strip to push them into the fence and try to breach into Israel. Hamas is using this to try and send their terrorists up to the fence and breach into Israel to go and kill the Jewish people. They are using rocks, they are using mortar cocktails, they are using these kites that we have seen with detonators, with fires that went into Israel to burn the crops in Israel. A lot of Jewish people living on the other side of the Gaza Strip has lost a lot of land, all burned down because of these terrorists in the Gaza Strip. Yesterday, things escalated like crazy, but don't be naive, don't be fooled, don't think this has anything to do with the embassy move. That was just an excuse. This has been planned for a long time. The Hamas webpage, one of the Hamas web pages, actually posted photos of inside the Gaza Strip, and then on the other side of the border of the fence, Jewish communities, how they encourage people to follow this route, how this is where you infiltrate the fence, you cross the fence, you infiltrate into Jewish communities, and you go and kill as many Jewish people as you can, and if possible, take hostages, both civilians and soldiers. That was what we saw yesterday, and Hamas pushed children, women in front of them. And then they spread the false rumor that the IDF has left the fence. Now it was safe for them to storm the fence, well aware, of course, that was a lie. Again, because Hamas don't care about the people in the Gaza Strip, they are looking for casualties so they can blame Israel, and that is what the mainstream media absolutely refuse to recognize. Every time we have this going on in the Gaza Strip, Hamas has been founding, they are paying for fuel, they are bringing in tires for these rioters to set on fire so they can create a smoke screen. We have seen video after video in these videos how Hamas terrorists are trying to, they run up to the fence and they try to cut through the fence, and they have been caught with a lot of weapons. They were on the way to kill the Jewish people. That, ladies and gentlemen, is going on, what is going on in the Gaza Strip. And if you send your women and your children into a war zone, there will be casualties. Use your brain. Israel did not kill innocent civilians yesterday. These were people who went deliberately up to the fence. They did what they were told from the Hamas organization. They tried to breach Israel. Can you even imagine if the IDF had not been standing guard? The Arabs coming in from the Gaza Strip would have massacred every single Jew. So do not believe the headlines that you are seeing that Israel killed innocent civilians, that Israel killed innocent protesters. 24 Hamas and Islamic Jihad fighters were killed yesterday. So don't believe the propaganda and the lies. These are deliberately targeted attacks on Israel's sovereignty, on Israel's borders, and the IDF is doing what they need to do in order to protect their people. Israel is only doing what any other country would do, protect their borders and protect their people. If you're talking about a two-state solution, there is a two-state solution. The Arabs have Gaza, but they chose a Hamas, a terror regime, to run the Gaza Strip, and now they're paying the price for it. Jerusalem Jane sharing a little bit of reality when you see headlines now blaming Israel for massacre of poor Palestinian civilians. It did not happen. Did women and children get murdered or casualties in the Gaza Strip? Maybe, but then stay out of harm's way. Don't send them in to armed battle, which is what exactly Hamas wanted, because now they got the sympathy from the whole world. And that is what Hamas is asking for. You can rest assured that Hamas did not send their own children into battle yesterday. They were hiding down in bunkers, underground bunkers, with good food and everything they needed, and then they sent someone else, women and children, out to fight for them, the cowards as they are, hiding behind women and children, so they could get the casualties that we are seeing today. It is a very organized plot. It is planned again for the world to turn against Israel, and that is what we're watching in mainstream media now. So Jerusalem Jane sharing a little bit of truth. Please share this video. It's a little bit long, but it's important that you hear the background of Hamas running the Gaza Strip and how they planned every single thing that happened in the Gaza Strip yesterday. Please share this video. Thank you. Bye.